Miss Virgil.
Yes, I just marked you now because I just saw your name now. Okay. So, guys, okay, as we mentioned yesterday, we said that our stories this week is about how to be a good citizens. That's the main idea, or not the main idea, the essential question for this week. How both of these stories are talking about how each student or kid or person can be a good citizen. And somebody mentioned yesterday in class that a citizen is a person that belongs to a community. Okay, we all live together in the same community, and we should all do the right thing when it comes to the literature anthology, the big reading book with the two fish on it. Okay, page 388. Yes.
I'm going to get it.
The story is pretty long, so I'm gonna start reading. I'll read some, and you guys will read some. Okay, and let's try to like pay attention. So when I call on your name, you can start reading. Okay, let's try to find and remember. And the skill here is to understand the point of view. Point of view means what the character in the story. What the character is in the story is thinking or feeling. Okay, just adding your friends. Lily and Anas, right? Okay, so as we said, the title, yes.
I read it last night. It was very long.
It was very, but did you find?
Hi, Miss Amy.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss
Did you
Amy.
understand the kids' point of view and how they voted? And yeah, this is something you guys will be doing in grade 4 too. Like you guys.
Good morning, Miss
Good
Amy.
morning. Good morning. Okay. We have our reading books open, Lily and Anas, to page 388.
407.
Yes.
A lot of
It's okay, but the paragraphs are not that big, okay? All right, so let's start reading, and then when I call on you, somebody else can read, okay? But let's just try to understand the point of view of each character and to understand what made you understand this point of view, okay? So the title is Grace for President by Kelly DiPuccio, illustrated by Lee Yun Pham, okay? Remember, the author is the person who wrote the story, and the illustrator is the person who drew the pictures. Okay. On page 389, one Monday morning in September, Mrs. Barrington rolled out a big poster with all of the president's pictures on it. Grace Campbell could not believe her eyes. Where are the girls? Okay, so one day in class, Mrs. Barrington, the teacher, she opened a big poster, a big picture with all the presidents of the United States. Then one of the students, her name is Grace Campbell, said, "Where are all the girls? There's no female president. All of the presidents were men." Okay. Malik?
Okay.
Go ahead.
No girl president ever. Oh, wait. It's the second.
390. Yes.
Yeah. That is a very good question, said Mrs. Brighton. The truth is our country has never had a woman president. No girl president ever, Grace asked. No, I'm afraid not, said Mrs. Bright.
Yes. So what was the problem here?
What happened?
Yes. Why was the girl surprised? Why was Grace? Yes.
Because there was no girl president.
Yes, all the presidents were men. From hundreds of years ago, all of the presidents were men. So she asked her teacher, Mrs. Barrington, why? So the teacher said, this is a good question. There was never, the country never chose a woman president. All they chose was a man president. Okay, so the girl was very shocked. And the teacher said, this is what happened. This is what happened in the history. Okay, Layla, 391, the first paragraph. Grace.
Okay. Grace sat, 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 sat
Yes.
at her desk and sweat
Still.
to no girls who every hard of storage a crazy thing. Finally, she raised her hand. Yes, rice, rice,
Grace.
rice. I been thinking it over and I'd like to be president. President. Several students in the class laughed.
Yes. So after she asked it, Layla, after she asked the teacher, she said, why are there no woman president? The teacher said, this is what happened. Our country only chose men president. So she sat down and she started thinking, Layla, did she like this? Did she like that there was no woman president? Or was she surprised?
She's surprised.
Yes, she kept saying, how? This is crazy. And then she said, she stood up and she told her teacher, I want to be president. But do you think she wants to be the president of her country or the president of her class?
Her,
Yeah.
her class.
Yes. As I said, in grade 4, starting from grade 4 to grade 12, this is something that you guys will be doing. Two students from the class will say, I want to be the president, and you will talk and represent your class. So this is what Grace said, I want to be president for the class. But everyone started laughing because they think only boys can be president. Okay. I'm going to read the second paragraph. Okay. Well, I think that's a star-spangled idea, Grace said, Mrs. Barrington. In fact, we can have our own election right here at Woodrow Wilson Elementary. The snickering in the room stopped. Grace smiled. Would anyone else like to run for president? Mrs. Barrington asked the class. Nobody raised their hand. Becoming president was going to be easy, Grace thought. So Grace had an idea and told her teacher, I want to be president of the class. So the teacher said, okay, we can make an election. An election is when two or three people say they want to be the leader or the president of the class, and the students in the class can vote. Do you guys remember what the meaning of vote? Does anyone remember?
No.
I remember.
I know. I remember.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay. Okay, Senaberry, since you remember, tell me what's the meaning of vote? Huh?
Like choose.
Yes, to choose. So the teacher will put two names and the students will choose which one they want to be the president, right? Thank you, Senaberry. Very good. So the teacher said, we will make an election and two people from two students and you can choose or vote for them. And then the teacher asked, does anybody else want to become president from this class or another class? She wants to make a big election. So instead of being the president of only one class, she can be president of everyone in grade 4 or grade 2. It depends on what grade they are in. Okay. So she said, oh, it would be very easy for me to win the election. Let's see if they find another person. Okay. Sandra, your hand was up. Would you like to read?
Yes.
Okay. 392.
The next day, Mrs. Barrington made an announcement.
Announcement means She said something loudly to the class or to school.
In the name of the democracy, I
Oh,
have
I'm sorry. Let me just explain this word. In the name of democracy means democracy means freedom or to have the right to do something. Okay.
in the name of democracy, I have invited Miss Waller's class to join our election. Their class has nominated Thomas Cook to be their president candidate. Grace's heart sank. Thomas was the school spelling bee champion. His experiments always took a blue ribbon at the science fair, and he was a captain of the soccer team. Becoming a president wasn't going to be so easy after all, Grace thought.
Yes. So the next day, their teacher, Mrs. Barrington, came and told the class, we will have the election will be between one student from my class and one student from another class, from Mr. Waller's class. Mr. Waller has a good student and his name is Thomas Kolb. Okay, so now the students from the two classes have to choose between Grace Campbell and Tom Kolb. Okay, but when Grace found out, she started getting scared. She started getting nervous. Why? Because Thomas Kolb was an excellent student. He was the school spelling bee champion. What's the meaning of champion? Who can tell me what's the meaning of champion?
I know.
Yes, who's I know? Miss Darwin, tell me what's the meaning of champion?
Someone wins a contest.
Yes, he's always winning the spelling bee competition. He's one of the best spellers, and he would always do experiments in the science lab. Okay, and he was the leader or the captain of the soccer team. So he was an excellent student. He was good in sports, he was good in spelling, and he was good in science. Okay, so Grace started to get scared. She thinks she might not win. Okay, Jumana, 393. Go ahead. The teachers?
The teacher put the names of all 50 states and
the District of Columbia?
Of Columbia into a hit. Everyone played. Mr. Can we ask Jumana?
Yes, just let her finish first, please.
Grace and Thomas got to choose a state.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Layla, what's wrong? Yes.
I can go to the bathroom.
Yes, you may go to the bathroom, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, guys. So what happened now? The election will be between two students from two different classes. So what did the teachers do? The teachers showed them a big map of the United States, okay? So the teacher said, from this map, we will see how many votes each state you will get, okay? So how many states does America have, Idalwin?
50.
Okay, yeah, 52. And as you see here, there's a number on each state, okay? So Thomas will choose some states and Grace will choose some states, okay?
Okay.
I'm sorry, let me just add your classmates. Okay, so each student will take the names of some state for each to get the votes, to see how many votes each one will get. Okay, then every student in the class will take the name of each state, so they will represent them. Okay, let me see. Let me try to, I'll read and I'll try to explain to you better. I'm Texas, said Anthony. I'm New Hampshire, said Rose. I'm Michigan, said Robbie. What does the number 17 mean? Okay, each state is assigned a number of electoral votes. That number is determined by how many people live in each state. Okay, let's go back to page 393. Okay, so as Darwin said, each state, there are 52 states in America. So the teachers gave each student a name of a state. Okay, and each state has a number. Okay, if it's a big state and has a lot of people living on it, you have more votes. Like Wisconsin, there are a lot of people that live in Wisconsin. So if one of Thomas' friends has Wisconsin, he will get 10 votes. If one of Grace's friends votes for Grace, and her state is Wyoming, she will get 3 votes. Okay, so they give each student in the class a state, and each state has a number. Okay, and if that state goes to Grace, she will get that vote, that number of votes. Like this boy with the yellow shirt, he has the state of Minnesota. So if he votes for Tom will get 17 votes. Okay, this is called electoral vote. Okay, next, each of you will be a representative for your state. Altogether, our country has 538 electoral votes. Mr. Waller explained on election day the candidates who receive 270 electoral votes or more wins the election. Why 270? Asked Rose. That's more than half of all the electoral votes. Okay, now each student from the class will get 1 state. Okay, and each state has a number. So for Grace to win or for Tom to win, one of them has to have 270 votes to be the president of the class. Okay? Lena? Okay, can you? Yes. Huh?
Why 270 asked Rose? That's more than half of all the electoral votes, Mr. Waller said.
Okay, now go to the next page. Becoming president.
Becoming president really wasn't going to be so easy. Grace thought. Grace came up with a campaign
slogan. Very good.
Slogan.
It's called slogan. Slogan is like a sentence, a short sentence to make people vote for her. Like in Nike, you the clothes for Nike, you always find a slogan that says, "Just do it." Right? And when you buy any clothes from Nike, most of the clothes says, "Just do it." So her slogan was make history. This is the sentence or the words that she wanted everyone to follow so they can vote for her. Okay? And
I have pajamas that say words, but I don't have Nike pajamas that say words.
okay. Okay, read the last sentence so Anas can read. Thomas?
Me?
No, Thomas came up.
Who's gonna
Thomas
read?
came up
With his own
camping slogan.
Okay, so remember, as you see here on page 395, they started making posters, right? So what is a slogan? A slogan is like a short sentence where they try to have people cheer for them. Okay, so what did she write in what is her slogan? She said, "Make history, vote Grace Campbell for president." Making history means for the first time, a girl will become president. That's why they're making history. And for Tom, he wrote, "Vote for Thomas Cole, the best man for the job." So her slogan or her sentence was to make history, and vote for Grace Campbell. And his slogan was, Thomas Kolb, the best man for the job. Like he would do the job in the best way because he's like the best. Okay, so a slogan is a short sentence like to represent yourself. Okay, Anas, you can read 394.
Okay.
Okay, Grace.
I am said
We are on page 396.
Grace insisted to want issues were important to the students, and she made a insist of campaign
promises. Okay, read the sentence at the bottom. Thomas made
up his own
made his own
promises.
Yes, very good. So, Darwin, what are they doing here?
They're writing list of campaign.
Yes. So, do you remember what's the meaning of issues?
Issues means talking something important.
Yes. So each student, Grace and Tom, they went around the school talking to other students, asking them, what are the things that you like? What are the things that you want from the school to make it better? Okay. So Grace started asking her friends. Her friends told her, we want better food in the cafeteria. We want people to stop bullying, to stop bothering each other. We want the school to be cleaner and students to stop throwing trash. And each one would listen to what the other students wanted, and they would write down all the things that their friends wanted. Okay, Tom also did the same thing. Thomas also went around. He said he will free tutoring. He will help the students that need help. He would teach students how to play soccer, and he would bring better food. Okay, Darwin, can you read the 397?
Grace made campaign posters and buttons. Thomas made posters and buttons too. Each week, the teachers set aside time for the candidates to
Yes.
meet with their constituents. Polls were taken. Voters were making their choices.
Yes. So every week, what would the teachers do? Every week, the teachers would let the students make posters and pins. You see the pins that they are wearing? This is for them to see who they will vote. They put their picture and they will write their slogan on it. So the students can wear it on their shirts. And they also made posters. Okay, and the students would stand in front of their class and they would talk, and they would say, I promise you, if I become president, I will make the school better. Everyone was telling their class what are the good things that they will do if they become president. Okay, and then polls were taking means now they started putting the votes in a box so they can collect and add all of the votes. Okay. Okay, who are the candidates? The candidates are the two students, Grace and Tom. These two are candidates because both of them are talking to become the president. Yes, Layla. What do you need, honey?
I can read.
Okay, go ahead. Read.
Okay. Right.
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm sorry, Layla. I meant to mute everyone else. Huh? Go ahead. Grace continued.
Grace continue to camping
Yes.
at Rice's.
Mhm.
She gave special
Peaches.
drink lunch. She handed out free cupcakes. After school, she
Held
held
rallies.
riot,
Okay.
riots.
Rallies. Okay, I know some of the words are difficult and there's a lot of social words here. Okay, so what did Grace really wanted to win? So she would always continue to campaign. That means she would always go around the school and tell people, vote for me, I will be a good president. And she would collect people and talk. Yes, she would give out speeches telling them, I need to be the first girl president. And she would give out gifts like free cupcakes, and she would always promise everyone all the things that they wanted to make their school better. Okay, and she also made rallies. Rallies means like to have a group of students together and they would cheer, saying, Grace, vote for Grace, vote for Grace. This is called a rally, when you collect a group of people and walk around cheering or shouting her name. Okay, so what did Thomas do? We'll find out what Thomas will do. I want somebody different to read. Huh?
Me.
Who's me?
I'm Habiba. Can I read?
Masri.
Huh?
Habiba.
Okay,
No,
Habiba.
Masri.
Go ahead, Habiba. Page 399. Go. Meanwhile,
When Thomas was turned where he had
clearly. Mhm. Where are you?
I'm in
He had cleverly calculated. He calculated, he added all the votes that he would get from the boys, because he knew that the boys would vote for him. And there were, yeah. Mhm.
that the boys held
Yes.
like silly more electoral
Electoral comes from election.
votes.
Mhm.
Then the
Girls,
at
recess. Recess means break.
recess Thomas studied
Mhm.
this spelling word.
Yes.
During lunch, he worked on his
Latest science experiment.
latest science experiment. After school, he played soccer.
Soccer. Okay. Okay. Thank you, honey. Okay, Hussein. Hussein.
Yes.
Okay. You see, now you tell me what you understand from these two, how these two are different. Who do you think was more confident? Who do you think what was going to
Can
win?
I read?
Yeah,
Great.
Miss
Great.
Amy.
Grace was going to win in the end, but look at her. She's more nervous than him. That's why she's working harder. Okay, she's working harder on her.
But I
Hussein, I want Hussein to talk first because yesterday he's very good in negotiating. Okay, so as you see here, Grace is working very hard. She's going around giving gifts like cupcakes, speaking to her friends, promising them that she will do more. But Hussein, do you think Thomas did the same work?
No.
No. What did he do? He sees that
He
all.
was
Yeah.
he was calculating all of the votes that he
Yes.
got.
You see, he knows that the states that the boys have, when he looked at all the states that his friends, the boys they have, he calculated and he saw that the boys have more votes than the girls. And he knows that the boys will vote for him. Okay. So did he work hard like Grace?
No.
No. So what did he do in his free time? He would study his spelling words. He would practice soccer. He would do his science experiments. Okay. And he because he thought his point of view is, khalas, I already have all the boys' votes and I will be the winner. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the chart that we will be writing. It says Grace wanted to become a president. So she thought it would be easy because there was no one in front of her.
Miss Page, what?
400. We're going to go to 400. We will go to 400 now. But wait. Okay. Thomas thinks that he has the better votes because he has all the boys' votes. Okay.
can I answer?
Who's this?
Moyen.
Okay, Mayan. Go ahead. Read page 400.
Okay.
Even
before the Canton
election
Grad
made
good
good.
on her promise.
Mhm.
She joined
Join.
the squad.
He joined the
was
safety squad.
or
Organized
organize a school P
beautification committee